Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan Battle video. So, we got Global Celebration info last night. Now, one thing I don't like, we are closing in on the sync. I don't like the two versions not having their news at the same time. I don't think that one version should have to wait for the other version. Like JP got their news yesterday. It was at 11 a.m. Eastern. Global shouldn't have to wait until then 8 p.m. Eastern my time to get the news. Like, hopefully they'll begin sorting this stuff out. Like, I've noticed that the global data download times have been pretty close exactly to when JP has been getting their data download times. So that's really good, right? The other night, the global data download, I think, was only maybe 20 minutes after the JP data download or something like that. So that's pretty good. Hopefully, okay. The other thing is, I would assume a lot of the times you guys are used to on global, my guess is that they're just going to move to JP's times. So, like, but I guess, I don't, we'll see. Maybe it's stupid to talk about speculation on the sync right here. Whatever, let's just jump in. All right, so we have the Incredible Surprise Dokkan campaign. There's a bunch of resources that they give us upon first login. Don't miss out on login bonus, allows you to get 2 stones. Then the fully loaded super weekend missions, bunch of different stuff right there. So a lot of the celebration info, well, let's just jump in. So we have login bonus, missions, we have the super missions, and we have the dual Dokkan Fest for Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Fat Buu. The banners were slightly different. Global definitely did have the advantage. I mean, Android 21 was on there instead of... Oh, damn. Wait, was that the Harudegarn banner or the... Android 21 was on there instead of Dragon Fist Super Saiyan 3 Goku, which, I mean, Dragon Fist is better, but it's like they... Hold on. All right, so here's the banners, right? So this is what JP's banner looks like, the Super Saiyan 3 Goku banner, and then here's what Global's looks like. So JP's banner is definitely better right here. Harudegarn over Super Trunks is a huge thing, but the thing is that Harudegarn and Dragon Fist, the STR Dragon Fist, these units just came out. So it's like the chances that they would have been featured on this banner were very low. But what was nice for Global is, so here's JP's banner. We saw this, right? And it's like, oh my god, like, to go from Dragon Fist to this Goku is brutal. But if we actually scroll down and take a look at what the two banners look like, what is actually in that place is 21. I don't know why they didn't put 21 on there. But, like, they didn't put her on the image. Now, again, I would say Dragon Fist is better than 21, but I felt like this was a major win for Global, because 21 has not returned yet for JP Dokkan. I assume she'll just be featured on the next banner. Considering of 21's placement right here, I do wonder if the next Dokkan Fest would just straight up be Physical Goku Black for JP. So that would be... The only thing is, though, that there would be a Part 2 LR for that celebration. Like, dude, I don't know. We'll see. Again, Global, I think, made a huge error by not just dropping Ginyu on both versions at the same time. I think that it might end up being a huge mistake. So, okay, so there's 21 right there. But the big reason I think that the Global banners are significantly better is that Global's banners have the little discounts at the start. So I do think it's worth it for Global players. It's like a 35 stone multi of 40 and then 45 stone, right? Well, 30, 40, and 45. I do think doing those 3 multis could be very smart as a Global player. Those are discounts that GP does not have access to. So to be able to conserve a couple of stones to get some summons in, I think is a good idea. I think from this point, like, if you want to summon on these dual Dokkan Fest banners, I mean, I think the characters are good. Like, if you want to, you could do some summons. It's probably not going to hurt too much. After this, though, as a Global player, you really should begin to seriously make Anniversary only your priority. We'll see what the Part 2 LR in May is going to be, but then Frieza is going to be coming up for Global. You guys are not going to need Frieza. Frieza is worthless right now. It does nothing. It doesn't work on teams. He's just a terrible... Like, Frieza is a horrible Dokkan Fest so far. Like, he is good, but it's just the way they designed him, and he's got no teams, right? So, it's just like, Frieza, getting him is, like, there's no point to it. I would almost... Like, LR Ginyu is another character like that, where it's like, there's no... in order for Ginyu to be super good, it's like basically got to be Toppo's team, and you need the options to be able to fill out Toppo's team as well in order for Ginyu to even be good. And then it's like Frieza has kind of a similar thing, except Frieza doesn't even have characters to fill out his team the way, you know, Ginyu and Toppo do. So there's the dual Dokkan Fest. The characters are both very good. Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Fat Buu. Use them a little bit now. They're very, very strong. I mean, I would say this. I don't know how it's going to go later on, but I think I'm leaning towards Super Saiyan 3 Goku as the number one TUR. I'm serious. I kind of, I don't know. I like what this guy is doing. I do hate this restriction right here. I despise this so much, but I really like this guy. I really like this guy. So this guy might be number one. I think BUU is fighting for number one as well. Like, these guys are good. Besides Frieza this year, like, all these character designs have been very good. Characters are strong. These are two good-ass characters right here. Good dual Dokkan Fest. So there's that. Pilaf Trove packs. We got a bunch of sales. Elder Kai banner. There's, of course, the 30 stone multi we'll be able to do. We'll be able to get tickets, you know, throughout the celebration to be able to do that. Potentially get some good guaranteed characters, which will be good. There's the Dokkan Awakening support campaign for the medals, which is always nice. I love these EX missions that they've been doing. These are for the new Majin Buu Saga Red Zone. My plan is to do this. I think the next video I'll go over who to get with the red and blue stone on Global and JP. And then after that, I'm going to do the 100% level 10 link videos for Fat Buu and Super Saiyan 3 Goku. And then after that, we'll get into the Buu Saga Red Zone. It is tough when they just drop everything at once, right? It's just a lot of stuff just immediately. Then, of course, there's the red and blue stones. There's some very good characters in there for sure. Now, Exchange Majin Buu, the TEQ Exchange Majin Buu, their EZA is in the celebration info right here, right? So we're going to get to that in 2 seconds. But TEQ Ultimate Gohan being there and TEQ Ultimate Gohan being on the actual banners themselves, I would say there's still a huge likely chance that we're going to see TEQ Ultimate Gohan EZA during this celebration. I also do anticipate a Super EZA at some point, although Gotenks was kind of just like a surprise, right? So like the Super EZA TEQ Gotenks. So it's very likely that I would imagine there will be a Super EZA, but we're probably not going to find out who that character is going to be until like they tweet it out or something like that. But I would bet this guy has a really good chance of easing in the celebration still. This like little like clue or something like that, like this usually does matter. Like I could pull up, you know, 5 instances of like this character, like kind of like a similar thing like this being an EZA character. The Buu Saga Red Zone, which is being introduced, has a ticket banner. I think this is very good, potentially for like newer players and stuff like that. You know, get some tickets, potentially get some good characters, could be good. So STR Vegito and Physical Buuhan for Global, they are getting their EZA. Well, I guess technically it already came out. They dropped alongside Angel Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Fat Buu. I think that was a very good decision for Global Dokkan. These were EX anniversary characters, 9th anniversary characters for JP. I do not think Global is going to have anything to replace the EX part. I think it's just something that it's just like this was it, and Global just pushed it up. As you guys can see, it's just extra characters like showing up right now. But this was hugely important, right? This guy is very dominant, I would say. He is a huge, huge asset to be able to be on that Majin Buu team, to help out Fat Buu. And this character, I mean, I would say they are essential. I mean, this is probably the second character I would select on Angel Super Saiyan 3 Goku's team, right? Like, I'd start with him, and then this character would be number 2. So, like, this is huge, because they fulfill the Buu Saga restriction. You know, if you transform into Vegito, you get the Scouter, you get the crits, you get the damage reduction, you get the counters. Like, this is a very good character. These are both very good characters, and it was a huge, good idea to just move them up, right? Don't worry about, like, falling in line with shit, like, whatever. Just, like, it's the sync is happening. Just, like, make shit, like, put shit up. Because what this is, again, it really is, it's just Global getting extra characters. It's like the whole physical Rose Goku Black portion of that celebration and those EZAs, that was just Global sliding in extra characters. So it's like they keep doing this, and then all of a sudden they're going to find open spots where, you know, like the sync could be a little bit smoother. So there's that. The Goku's Dokkan event is getting a new stage. Fat Buu gets a new Dokkan event, which is good. We have 2 stages for the Majin Buu Saga Red Zone, which, I mean, it goes from the... So I guess Majin Vegeta will be a Supreme Battle Spectacle opponent. Because I don't think he's in that stage. I guess I don't know. I didn't actually look up what the exact list of who the fights are. But I don't think Majin Vegeta's a part of it. And I haven't heard anyone talking about it. To be fair, I didn't see anyone talking about the first stage at all. People are only talking about Super Buu. But it's crazy that there's 2 stages, and they're all the way up to Super Buu. Like, I don't think that they needed to move that fast. I think they easily could have had a Red Zone stage that, like, ended with Dabur. Like, it could have been, you know, like, ended with, like, LR Bobbity and Dabur or something like that. Fat Buu could have been his own stage. Majin Vegeta could have been a stage, and then, you know, Super Buu could have been a stage. I don't know. We'll see what the rest of these stages are going to look like. I'm sure that the, you know, Buuhan stage would be outrageous. Could Buuhan be the Part 2 LR? I guess he could. The thing about Buuhan is... I mean, he has enough material for 50 LRs. Like, Buuhan does so many. I've explained this a million times, but because the whole point of that fight from Vegito's perspective is to just, you know, have Buu exhaust all his attacks until he tries to absorb them, so that way Vegito could, you know, go inside of Buu and rescue Gohan, Trunks, Goten, and Piccolo. That was the whole point. So because of that, I mean, especially in the anime, they just extend that fight. So Buu does so much that they could use for animations. And then, of course, you know, we have, like, Dokkan Original potential stuff. But Buuhan does not need Dokkan Original stuff for a while. So maybe, I mean, you know, we could see whatever the Part 2 LR is, if it's Kid Buu or Buuhan. You know, we could see that LR art and stuff like that end up being one of these stages later on. That could be fun. Here's the 2 EZAs for STR Vegito and Buuhan. Pretty good. Huge W, I think. We have Battlefield showing up. This does introduce for Global the LR, GT, Cell, and Frieza. I think they're mostly just worthless, because by the time you could rainbow them or get, like, actual dupes where they'll be effective, it's like, you know, well, they came out on JP, and then, oh, now we have Supreme Battle Spectacle and stuff like that. And it's like, I mean, I guess Sworn Enemies. So, like, we could run them on Fat Buu's team. I guess. Like, if they were rainbowed, I would probably be a little bit more interested in trying it. But, meh. Alright, so there's that character. We have the Buu Saga Eze area is getting a new stage for this Angel Super Saiyan 3 Goku. New Extreme Super Battle Road stage. Oh, there's going to be 2 more coming. Okay. Then a bunch of story events and stuff like that. Wait, Wait, hang on. Oh, damn. Does that mean JP is going to get a world... Okay. So, I don't know... So, yesterday, after the JP celebration info, there was 2 things we walked out of it with. It looked like TEQ Ultimate Gohan might EZA because he was in that little Buuhan art, which we showed right here. And then there was also this event down here. Now, this typically, and I did mention this yesterday, this typically shows up with world tournaments, but not for, like, this huge length of time, and not usually just by itself. Like, the Raditz events comes and stuff like that. But Global doesn't have that here. So, I wonder if this is just world tournament. If JP is going to get a world tournament coming up. The 3rd, 4th, and 5th. God damn it. That's got to be what that is, right? A world tournament for JP. The only thing is that the 2nd, that's when Exchange Buu is EZing, right? Is the 2nd, yeah. Unless Videl is going to EZA in the 2nd. So I don't know what this is doing here, because this is usually tied to World Tournament. This always drops with World Tournament, so I couldn't tell you. I don't know. Now we can talk about this guy. This guy is going to be nuts, by the way. Like, you look at this. Oh, daddy, yeah. Remember the last damage reduction character who EZA'd? Well, was he actually the last? Because Super Vegeta wasn't... Yeah, it's Evolution Blue Vegeta. And, you know, that turned out pretty well. So I actually do have fairly high expectations for this character. This is the type of skeleton on a kit to me that makes me think they'll be really good. And then we go to Skinny Boo, and like Skinny Boo has damage reduction, and he's got the stun, which could be good in some fights, and he's got the dodge as well. And then Super Boo, I mean, he's just gonna be a beast. This we could very well be looking at the best EZA TUR. I think the chances that this guy is the #1 EZA TUR are pretty good. I think he's going to be very dominant. And the thing is, he's going to work very effectively on this Majin Buu team. Majin Power is going to be sickening with this guy on the team. I have really high expectations. Like, EZA characters, like, I feel like I'm the one that's usually telling people, like, all right, let's, rein in expectations for these EZA TURs. People are expecting that, it's just, oh, look at this. We got, LR Beast Gohan as our next EZA TUR, right? Like, it's not, like, not really, but I do have really high hopes for this character. And I would also say, I mentioned it in the video yesterday, where I was talking about what EZAs we could get. Now is the time to EZA a lot of these Buu Saga characters. Build up the Buu Saga team right now. Is Majin Power ever going to be better than it is right now? Maybe not. Like, it might not. So, like, now is the time, I think, to, like, just, give us Buu Piccolo sub EZA next week. Give us the physical Buu Tanks character that came out with S Tier Ultimate Gohan. Give him his sub EZA. Let's fill out the team and get some of these options, man. I think that would be really good. So there's that. I mean, I have, oh, that's JP1. I have high expectations for this EZA, man. I think it's going to be really good. And then Boo and Bobbity are going to EZA as well. They're EZAing the week after on the 8th. And then I think that Part 2 LR will be dropping the 13th, 17th, like that week is when the Part 2 LR is going to be dropping. So this is another here. Let's get rid of these. We don't need these anymore. We don't need that anymore. So now we're looking at this character. I mean, how good could they be? They could be pretty good. I mean, they wouldn't really synergize the best if we're specifically want to run the TEQ Boo, the Skinny Boo, because he does want the full Majin Power team. But, I mean, this could be a decent character to potentially run, this Fat Boo and Bobbity, and this is, a Majin Buu Saga potential buff right here. So I'm not opposed to this. Terrifying Conquer as well for Dokkan Fest Frieza. There we go. So we'll see. They're pretty... I mean, they're a 2020 character, right? This character came out when Pikkon and Janemba, their dual Dokkan Fest came out. So they were right at the end of 2020 is when this character first released. There's a lot that they could get. They do have some HP regeneration. They've got a lot of debuffs. Right now, debuffs have a pretty good place in the meta, right? Like, Cell Max is one of the toughest fights. A lot of those debuffs work in there. Gogeta is also the other toughest fight. And, I mean, you could attack debuff him. So there's many different ways, you could utilize debuffs in the meta right now. So we'll see if this character will be good. Again, this is about 2 weeks away, right? All right, so there's that. I keep going to the JP Celebration info. Then we have the new Infinite Terminal History stage on the 2nd. We have the Intensifying Fights. That's going to be on the... wait, I'm getting mixed up. Yeah, that's on the 2nd as well, right? Wait, right? Because those are also down here. No, that's on the 8th. Yeah, that's on the 8th, and then the Infinite Terminal History stage is on the 2nd. JP is getting Legendary Frieza event missions. I don't know when this is going to come to global. Maybe it'll come with Frieza. They poached a little bit of the Topo celebration as well. And then there's just Super Battle Road stage, all EZAs open, all Dokkan events open. But now we know 2 other characters that are going to be EZAing is those 2 right there. More options for Buu Saga I think is a good thing. And then, of course, Majin Power options is also a pretty good thing. So, Golden Week to me looks like it's going to be quite good. Let me know what you guys think of this character, but my expectations for them are that they really could be quite good. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch y'all next time.